What? But Shichan, I already cut out so many of them. We can make them smaller. It would be more efficient. We just have to shrink the font. More ballots will fit in a single box in that way. We'll only need half the amount of paper then. The format for voting can be changed. It could be more like a real election. Then we might be able to get away with buying less boxes. With the money left over, we can get a pizza or maybe Chinese or a cake. Pizza sounds better. I think me and my friend Charles came up to the conclusion we're always in the mood for pizza because we walked to a pizza place and I'm like, aren't you sick of pizza? And I don't have much time for slide conversation. Yeah, I got about 6 minutes. Or maybe Chinese or cake or 3 bowls of the new ramen bowl I want to try. Susan excitedly rubs her fingers along the frames of her glasses as she ponders more ways to cut even a half yen of spending off our budget. Since I think she is the only one who even knows what our budget is, I'm scared to ask just how tiny it is for her to have to do this. What about all the ballot slips Misha already cut out? Don't worry. I can make them into memo pads and sell them in the school store. Chichan, they don't look very cute though. Shizun seems to disagree. Now they're arguing. It doesn't look like it. It consists of nothing more than signing yes they do and no they don't at each other until they're so tired of it that they are just taking turns pointing at each other commandingly. It's strange, partially because it looks kind of ridiculous, but also I've never seen them disagree. Then again, both of them have looked very stressful these past few days. Shizun has been increasingly absorbed in the idea of student council elections, though they're months away. I imagine this is how politicians act when they realize the regiment change is imminent and their era is over. Having trouble taking student council matters seriously at all even now, as I practice my calligraphy on signs that won't go up for weeks, but I can understand why Shizun does. After all, she has been a student council president for 3 years. According to her dad, she has wanted a job for even longer. I guess 3 years is too short a career for her to leave feeling satisfied. Did the last student council go through this much trouble to make it a smooth transition for you? Shizun makes a chagrined face that tells me they weren't very helpful at all. I guess you're doing all this to set a good example then? That only comes into play if they learn anything from it, Hichan. If they don't, I'll be hyper mad. If they turn out to be flaky type, I'll definitely be hard on them. Doesn't sound very threatening when Misha's saying it. So, you've already met them? Ah ha ha, Hichan, they're not candidates. There are no candidates yet. What? None? Not even for student council president. That is why I'm trying to drum up interest for the position. What do you think? She probably holds up a poster that's been working on herself. It looks very military. You might be taking this a little too seriously then. Shizun frowns and plays with her glasses, offended. Is that weird? Yes. She looks oddly happy that I'm disagreeing with her, and I think that if she weren't genuinely focused on what she was doing, she would try to argue with me just because it would be interesting to her. What's weird about it? It looks like she will do that after all, but then Shizun waves her hand dismissively, like she is trying to catch the words in the air and delete them. Instead, she catapults into insulting her future successors. Well, one thing that's weird is that in my old school, the election would happen in about 6 months since, we're graduating in March. It's pretty weird to think about them so early. It's a little different here. Hichan, I'll be discouraged if we don't have any replacement when I have to go, Shichan says. But it's like the school will stop running without... It isn't like the school will stop running without the student council. It will be harder for them to hand out forms, though. Ha 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 ha! Shizun isn't laughing, however, Misha's jokes cause her to flinch, as if she were stung. Although Misha didn't mean for it to come out that way, her quip has a callous cruelty to it in the end. I'm trying to get more people to run, but everyone is so lazy. They think they can take it easy just because there are no deadlines yet. Slackers not taking the early game advantage. Still 6 months away. If they aren't making their move now, Oh, sorry. That's a stretch. Oh, that's a good stretch. Proof now they don't deserve a vote. They really think it's such an easy job that they can really do everything at the last minute, just coast into the role. Insulting, really, really. They're going to be eaten alive once they sit at this tiny desk and see just how much work they have to do. If this were a real election, they would be in deep trouble. I was reading about Japanese campaigning laws the other day, only the bad ones for some reason. For a second, Shizune was talking like her father there, and it was coming out in Nisha's voice, creepy. Well, first off, Shadow Shogun, you can't really make that call. They'll be elected. Second, it's just a school election. It's not like running for city council or the diet. I don't know what that is. I don't think Japanese campaigning laws apply. Third, although I don't want to say it, I'm nervous that Shizune is so enthusiastic about this talk of elections and votes. According to her dad, she wasn't even elected herself. Come to think of it, I can't remember Shizune ever saying she was elected either. Then did she get this position by being recruited into the student council and having it fall apart until she was the only one left? Somehow I'd never considered it. I don't know what to think about that, but it wouldn't surprise me. We're only 3 people strong now. If circumstances behind her becoming the student council president were that sad, whenever there will be a vote at all, interest could just be that low. Or non-existent, really. Then all her energy would be going towards nothing. I slapped an exclamation mark on the end of the poster I'm working on. It's a little plain, so I'm thinking adding one is okay. Actually, it might look a little too plain. I make the mark twice as large. Alright, I have to go take a shower and get ready for school. I don't plan on... No, I won't be recording when I get back. If I'm recording, it'll be something else. I've decided I'm going to do Katawa Shoujo in the mornings, really. Maybe not on the weekends. I'm planning on maybe having a schedule for recording stuff. Because otherwise I'm just Katawa Shoujo. Granted, I do have other stuff I upload with it, so it's alright. I'm kind of running out of other stuff, so... And you guys won't notice this. It's really weird that this is how behind I am with that. But, you know, I can't just mass upload, so it's more modern. And this is a problem with recording for, like, 2 hours to 3 hours of a gameplay at once. Too much to render, and you can't just upload it all at once. You're going to flood your sub boxes, and that's not going to be fun. But anyways, thank you guys for watching. I'll show you how long I've been recording. Pragmatic window. That's 6:57, and if we load, 6:47. So, whoops, 7:56, 8. So now we're in a minute. Pretty nice, but I will see you guys later. Hey guys, we're back. It's actually morning, 10:30. I don't know how long I'm gonna record because I'm expecting a message on Facebook about whether I can get a ride to the bank because I have a check or money, which will be good. I'm thinking about maybe getting a stand-up mic. Like, yeah, I'm sure you guys know. Just one that would be on my table rather than on my headset. It would better quality usually. I'm not sure what kind to get. It'll be kind of near the cheaper spectrum. Unfortunately, I don't have much. Well, the rest I'm saving for future bills and such. Okay, so this is where we stopped last time. I still say you need to slow down. If this stuff isn't going to be relevant for months, maybe you're working a little too hard on it. That's what I think. You're worrying too much. I don't know how to sign the word relevant. I try and only end up flicking a long line of paint where I didn't intend to. There's no way I can fix that. Misha, can you ask her that? Shizune giggles, silently clenching her teeth so that no sound actually comes out. Because there's a lot to worry about. Like what? Like, usually the boxes end up looking very pretty, so people take them. Have to plan for that. Wahaha, we should make them funny looking this time, then so no one will take them. How about that, Chan? I wonder if she knows that she calls her Shichan. I'm sure she does. I don't know. It's fine, but yeah. We can draw some weird faces on them, or we can put a little picture of Shizune on each one saying stealing is wrong. No, it's not funny. It's not the only problem either. There's a voter turnout, of course. And the worst case scenario would be not having any candidates. Although it seemed she meant jokingly, from the way she smiles as she signs it, that isn't how it comes out. Even Misha understands the possibility is very real. Though she tries to salvage the mood by punctuating Shizune's statement with a laugh, it doesn't work. What's wrong with both of you? I was just making a joke. There actually is some interest this year. If there wasn't, would I be doing all this work? I'm not stupid. When the elections are over, I'll buy everyone dinner. I'm already planning it. Even the new student council? No, they can buy their own celebration dinner. It will only be for the current student council. I'll be happy once I'm through having to do these thankless jobs all the time. A dinner just for us? Yay, it's just like a party, Shichan. Though her cheerfulness is obviously forced, I say nothing. For the rest of the period, which fortunately isn't very long, we work in silence. After classes, I find the student council room locked. It's strange, because Shizune was so busy earlier that I would expect her to continue working after school. It would be what she would normally do. Maybe she listened to my suggestion and decided to take a break. I'm hoping it's that simple. Feeling a little uneasy, I take a brief stroll around the school. I'm only half conscious. I can't remember when I started moving my feet, but I've already covered enough of the campus that I'm starting to feel tired. Not that that means anything now. Just a short stroll around the school grounds and I'm already winded. Really pathetic. Before I know it, I'm back in front of the student council office. There's someone else too this time. Hi, Hichan. It's locked. Seeing a can of lemonade in her hand, I reflexively start looking for a vending machine nearby. I'm so thirsty. I know this Hichan. Hichan is somewhere else, I guess. Weird. We aren't stuck together, Hichan. Misha takes a long drink from her lemonade, eventually just tipping it over and pouring the rest into her mouth. I feel like I'm being mocked. Do you want one, Hichan? No, it's okay. I can't take someone else's drink. It's rude. Besides, you're making fun of me, aren't you? I just saw you inhale all that. I have another one in my bag. I was prepared. See? I'm just like Hichan. She's a little too prepared. It's good some of that is rubbing off on you anyway. After what, 2 years? Wahahaha. The way she stares at me as I drink is a little disconcerting, but I'm too grateful to care much about it. You and Shizune always end up treating me to something. It's starting to embarrass me. Really, Hichan? Ha 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 ha. Buy me lunch sometime then, okay? Then we'll be even. Well, it's funny you should say that. I was going to ask you if you wanted to eat in town. Yeah, I'm really hungry today, Hichan. Thanks. Yesterday I was going to ask her yesterday. Misha cut me off before I could finish the sentence, and I can't find an opening to correct her as she dashes enthusiastically around me, laughing, her arms flapping excitedly at her sides. I already have my wallet with me, so I started walking towards town with Misha trailing behind me, playing idly with her hands and loudly wondering to herself where we should go eat. At least I think so. She could be asking me, do you have anywhere specific where you want to go? I want to go to the tea house. They have really big parfait there. I saw you eat a parfait there last time. It looked really big. No, this one is really, really big. It's also really expensive. Really, really expensive? Ha ha ha, a little. Jeez, well, you and Shizune paid for my food a bunch of times, so it's fine. Hichan, I don't think I ever did that. Are you sure it wasn't just Hichan? Are you really arguing against a free meal? Don't worry about it. We go to the Shanghai and are seated by a waitress who is surprisingly not Yuko. Misha is very eager to eat the parfait because she shouts her order as soon as she walks through the door. When it arrives, I can see that it's very big and very expensive looking. Aren't you going to order anything, Hichan? If you're hungry, we can share. Nah, I don't like parfaits. I don't like pralin. I don't know what that is. You can pick it out. You can't just pick out prawn, don't be silly. Even if I could, Misha is mashing her food together to the point where it is no longer possible. It also looks kind of gross. I wonder if that many flavors can even blend together well. Did she really taste anything in that goop? Sorry. She is acting like it's delicious anyway. Parfaits are the best. I have sensitive teeth, so ice cream is a no-no. Cake is too soft, though, and if there's too much icing, I get bored. Okay. Parfait is interesting. How many cafes have parfaits here? I think 10. I've tried them all. I like this one the best. It has a little flan. You sound like you're some kind of dessert expert. Not just dessert. I want to eat all kind of delicious things. Someday I'll have enough money to buy a 2-kilogram Matsusuka beef steak. Holy shit, that's a lot. That's like over 100,000 yen. I guess this kind of decadent food is kind of your hobby then, huh? A hobby isn't something that you take months to, This is something that should take months to learn about someone. I've been very rude in retrospect. Also, that is one pricey hobby. I guess so. Decadent? Yeah. Misha giggles, raising hands to her face. It looks like some of ice cream accidentally got on her nose. She doesn't notice it. I can't stop noticing it. I wish she would wipe it off. I'm about to tell her about it. She suddenly says, I don't know what that means. Oh, I guess that's a bad word anyway. It has implications. Epicurean is better. It means someone who enjoys eating nice food. That's the adjective though. So epicure is the word for it. Wahahaha. Hichan, you're too wordy. Sorry. Ha ha ha. I think that is what Hichan likes about you. Because I'm wordy? I need to buy some thesauruses then. Wahahaha. No, not like that, Hichan. I decided to order some coffee after all, but it takes a while to get the waitress to notice, and I think actually getting my coffee will take about as long. The tea shop is filling up. No surprise, as we've already been here for almost an hour. Well, she was chipping at that dessert. I ordered my coffee to go, but Misha orders one as well. So it seems like we're going to be here longer than I thought. I really wish it was that easy. It's hard to talk to her lately. Hichan's been busy because of the elections. I know we can't have fun all the time. It's just that there's a lot I want to say to her, I think. I will screw up when time comes, though. I don't even have the time now because of the elections. But not for a while, though. Hichan, do you think that Hichan is avoiding you? Misha sounds angry. That's to be expected, but I don't feel that way at all. No. Is that so? The dreamy way in which she says it makes me think that Misha's disappointed with my answer. In that case, it could be how she feels. I'm uneasy asking such a question, but I trust Misha would answer it honestly. Otherwise, I wouldn't have dreamed of it. Do you? No, of course not, Hichan, but it's